And we are live. Welcome, brothers, to another show. We are live in Rio de Janeiro. It's a beautiful day outside, but I came to this video, man. I know I haven't done a live in a minute, so I just want to chop it up with the family, touch bases with you guys, let you know how I'm living. Hopefully, the stream isn't too janky. It's not boring or nothing like that. I had to update the routers twice, so hopefully the stream is coming through loud and clear. Want to give a shout out to everybody that came in the room early. Shout out to my dude Mike Hitch, JM Ramiro. What's going on? Everything is good. Everything is Gucci. We are here, man. We got 44 in the room already. That's what's up. That's what's happening. So yeah, the title of the video, this is a Sunday rundown. The title of the video is Why I Decided to Leave Colombia. But first and foremost, I just want to give it some context that I love Colombia. Colombia doesn't owe me anything, guys. Colombia, living in Colombia for, I think it was right at close to 10 months, I was in Colombia and had the best time of my life. I would highly recommend Colombia. But I will say this. You definitely want to do your due diligence and your research, and you definitely want to talk to some people, especially looking at this channel right here on how to move in Colombia. It is very important for your safety, for your livelihood, to know how to move within Colombia, man, because there's a lot of things going on in Colombia right now, a lot of safety issues. In certain cases, people might be targeting tourists. That's not the reason I left, but I'm just letting you guys know because I see a lot of posts in the private Facebook group. A lot of robberies are still going on right now, and there's some things going on in Colombia, so you definitely want to know how to move. Now, I'm going to say this. I had no incidents whatsoever personally in Colombia when I was there for 10 months. Okay. And I was out and about. I just stay cooped up in my apartment all day. I was everywhere, all over Colombia, all over Medellin, all times of the night. But I was in the proper circles. I was around the proper people, good Colombian, good Paisa people. And we just had good times. I think the last night I was there, the last weekend I was there, I was out with some friends till about 5 in the morning, man. We had a ball. So let me check in with everybody in the group. Falcon Black, what's going on, brother? Manny, you was just in here in Rio. What's going on? Shout out to my dude Charles Jones in the building. Hey guys, let me know if my stream is good, man. Let me know if I'm borging. Is the audio good? Just check in with me real quick, man, because this is the first live that I'm doing. I tried to do a few lives, but it was just really janky, man. It was really borging. So I got a new router, and hopefully we're coming through loud and clear. Okay, Big D says I'm good. Appreciate that, Big D. Put you up on the screen. Appreciate that, my brother. Michael here said good so far. We good. We Gucci then. We Gucci, man. Guys, I have a lot of videos coming your way. So don't worry. We're doing a live right now. Just touch bases with everybody, in the family. But I got a lot of videos on Copacabana and Ipanema, walking the strip, giving you guys all types of good information. All right. Some very important information you need to know, especially if it's your first time coming to Brazil. Now, I'm going to let you guys know right now, the weather around here is perfect at this point right now. It's like 75 to about 85 right now on the boardwalk. I mean, it's a lit Sunday. Everybody's outside. Everybody's on the boardwalk right now. The weather is perfect. The water is nice and warm. I've been to the beach every day since I've been here. There's a lot to do in Rio. So if you're a guy that loves the beach, you love different water sports, you love good food, then Rio will be the place to be. And let me mention, and you're going to see it in videos I'm going to be dropping all this week, guys, especially to my guys in the Patron. Shout out to my Patreon family. I'm going to give you, good information and very good content in there as well. So if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, make sure you join the Patreon. We can get a good, unfiltered, uncut information about different countries, especially in Rio and Colombia and Eastern Europe as well. So we got a lot of videos coming, man. Like I say, Rio, the women are here. And people have been asking me, hey, man, what do you like more, Colombia or Brazil? It's very hard to compare, man. It's so different. I mean, I speak a little Spanish. I speak enough Spanish to get around. And, I try to come out here and speak my Spanish, but they pronounce the words totally different. Like Diaz is Diaz. You know, they just the pronunciation is different. Some of the words are very similar, but they just speak totally different. So when I came out here, I was speaking a little Spanish. They still didn't understand what I was saying. All right, so you definitely want to do, you know, get like a few terms down before you take it out here to Rio, because believe it or not, it's some people that speak English out here. I mean, it's some women that speak English out here as well. Surprisingly, I mean, people, I went out last night with some Brazilian women, and I asked them. I said, "Man, how did you learn English?" And there was like movies, TV, music. We love y'all music. I'm like, that's amazing, you know, because I've been listening to, you know, reggaeton for forever. They didn't really teach me Spanish, but it was like, hey, you know, English is a really simple language to learn in comparison to Latin languages, and that might be some truth to that, you know. And one thing I say about the Brazilian women are cool, man, but they kind of opposite of the Colombian women, you know. You definitely got to shoot your shot, you know. I will say they're a little laid back. Like I said, I only been down here for 2 weeks, guys. So I've been, you know, out and about a few times. I haven't really started dating anyone as of yet. But from what I can tell, Brazilian women are very frank and straight to the point. You know, it's like no lollygagging, no pushing around. And they are beautiful. I mean, the women out here is just... So it's really difficult to compare. Somebody asked me, you know, are the women more prettier in Colombia or in Brazil? I say you have more people in Brazil and you have more exotic looking women in Brazil. Brazil, they just a big mashup. And you're going to see all this in the videos I'm going to be dropping all during the week, guys, okay? So you're going to see, like, you don't know what they are exactly. You know, you got the Japanese out here that did the ad mixture. So you got the Afro-Japanese Brazilians. You got the, you know, Brazilians that look more like on the, I would say, Indian side, if that's correct. You know, you definitely got the whiter Brazilians with the blonde hair and blue eyes, but they look crazy good. It's not as much plastic work out here, I don't say. If they do a lot of plastic work, it looks more natural. I think they do a lot of like more augmentations and body transfer, fat transfer or something out here because their bodies are amazing. You don't know how old these women are out here, man. I talked to a woman a couple of days ago. She told me she was 50 years old. I'm like, there's no way you are 50 years old. She was like, no, I'm literally 50 years old. I'm telling you. And I was just amazed. I'm like, black really don't crack, man. It's amazing when you take care of yourself. You know, I met her on the boardwalk and she was actually out walking me. And we happened to just stop at the same spot. I thought she was 30, 35, maybe, you know. Beautiful sister, man. Another thing I like about Brazil is it's a lot of natural hair out here. You know, a lot of women wear their afros, they curly froze out. I mean, it's just the vibe and energy is amazing in Rio, man. You know, and I can't wait to explore all over Brazil. You know, in Medellin, I'm gonna say that during the day you do have things you can do, definitely. But it's nothing like being able just to walk outside and just a beach right there, food right there, beautiful women everywhere right there. Like it is, I don't know too many places in the world like Rio. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I had an interview with my guy DJ J Brown, and I'm gonna get that super chat in a minute, man. I had an interview with my guy, and he was saying that Rio was one of the best countries in the world, hands down. And I really see what he's saying. I really do see what he's saying. Let me catch the super chat real quick. I got more money than time. Shout out to my dude Global Paper. All right, let me talk to Digital Swag with $10 super chat. I appreciate that, my brother. He says, appreciate the quality content and insight. Looking forward to meet up soon. Was in Rio in 2017. I was in Rio. That's my first time in Rio in 2017 as well, brother. We'll be back for sure. Yeah, man. Brazil is king. Let me tell you. People are always asking me, you know, why it take you so long to go back to Brazil? Did you not really like Brazil? No, I love Brazil. But Colombia has a way, man, especially Medellin. It has a way of kind of sucking you in to make you feel very comfortable. I will say this. The Paisa people are extremely nice and welcoming. You know, like the energy in Medellin is amazing, man. The people are nice. And that's what I missed. When I first got here, I'm not going to lie to you. I was missing Medellin, Colombia, like off rip. Like as soon as I left, a couple of days here, you know, I was getting the beach, but it still was like, you know, I had so much going on in Colombia, in Medellin. You know, I had the office, I had relationships with women. Like, you know, it was tough to leave, but it was a good time for me to leave because the whole intention of BMT was to open up different chapters around the world. So a few months in Colombia, you know, a few months in Brazil, a few months in the Dominican Republic, a few months in Thailand. When Thailand opens back up, that way we can have, you know, little different units, you know, all over the globe. So if Thailand is your flavor, hey, you got some BMT guys in Thailand. Now, the amazing part was as soon as I touched down, I was going to be low key for like a week, right? I'm like, hey, you know, nobody really know me. I'm in Rio. Don't nobody know, BMT and all that in Rio, right? I was wrong. I was wrong, man. We got a nice little footprint already around the globe because, you know, I'm out at a particular bar and my boy's like, hey, man, he got a BMT shirt on. I said, man, he ain't got no BMT t-shirt on. We in Rio, bro. And I look, I'm like, oh, that brother does have a BMT shirt on. So good brother, met him. His name escapes me right now. But we chopped it up for a minute. Then the next day we saw another brother with a BMT shirt on. So it was like, it was just good just meeting different brothers that's in the group in Rio. And had a great conversation. You know, we went to a cookout. Shout out to my guy, A. Harper. He does cookouts every Sunday. We chopped it up there. And just having good conversations. The thing about the conversations you have overseas with traveling brothers are just on a whole nother level. And I try to put brothers on game and tell them like, hey, man, you know, traveling is your therapy. You know, I had one guy make a comment because we got some new travel t-shirts, by the way. The quote is travel with therapy. You can see it in the thumbnail, but the link is in the description. And one guy was like, man, traveling isn't therapy. I said, traveling might not be therapy for you. You know, I'm not saying that you don't, you know, have to get a doctor or psychologist to talk about your childhood and all that. I know that's good, man, but I'm telling you, man, changing your locale, getting on different soil, you know, being more in an environment inclusive of the environment you was cultured and formed in. You know, most of us being African Americans, I mean, most of us in the diaspora came from that beach area, that, you know, coastal area where we ate seafood and, you know, just that environment that we was kind of brought up in is so healthy for you, man. It's so healthy for you. And that's why I say travel is cheaper than therapy. Instead of you spending thousands of dollars for some guy to, you know, to tell you, and don't get me wrong, it's important. You know, shout out to my guys. You know, I got a few doctors in the group. You know, they are contributing tremendously to the Black manosphere, in my opinion. But just imagine combining both. You know, just imagine, you know, you get your little therapy session on in America. That's cool. You're still in the matrix. But just imagine being able to take what that guy told you and bring it overseas to whatever country you decide you want to visit, or, you know, you want to set up shop in. You know, a lot of people ask me, you know, is it better to get citizenship in Colombia? Is it better to get citizenship in Brazil? I will say that getting citizenship in Colombia, from what I can tell for being there for a little minute, it's a little bit easier. Getting visas that last for 5 years is a little bit easier, from what I know, from what I've been told thus far. Plus, Colombia is only like 5 hours away, or 4 or 5 hours away from the States. So even though you're overseas, you still kind of like hop and skip away from Florida and the South, especially if you're in the Southeast. You know, you're not that far. You'll be in Barranquilla, which is in the coast, eastern coast. No, the west coast of Colombia. You'll be in Barranquilla in like 3 hours when you leave Miami. You know, let me get back to get some of these comments, man. Eddie Wynn said, "How did I do that, bro? I haven't seen any spiders out here as of late, bro. But these pigeons, damn so aggressive. I will say that." Shout out to my dude Pablo at Farrisceo Bar. I was on a panel with my boy Pablo, my guy Pablo, a few days ago, man. Shout out to him. He talking about a good topic, and we're gonna get to that too, because there's been a lot of stuff going on in the private Facebook group, and I'm gonna get to that in a second, bro. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Grego, what's going on? Grego said Brazilian. You know what? That's another thing I will say I do like about Brazil a little bit more so than Colombia. They don't know if you're not Brazilian until you open up your mouth out here. You know, Brazilians look very similar to us. You know, in Colombia, it's very easy, especially in Medellin, to kind of see, notice an American. I don't know why. I think because we dress a certain way. A lot of us wear shorts and our size. Like, a lot of brothers are bigger than the average Colombian guy, from what I can tell. At least in Medellin, they're not that big, not that tall out there. So if you like 5'9" to 5'11", that's like 6 foot 6'2" out there in Medellin. So you definitely stand out a little bit. I was told all the time how big I am, by Colombians. Versus Brazil, they're the same size as us. They look similar to us. I was walking on the boardwalk yesterday, and there's a lot of vendors on the boardwalk that try to be like, hey, oi, oi, try to tell you, to sell you something. And I'm hearing that, and I'm like, oh, it's just more vendors. But it was a brother. He was like, hey, bro, hey. I'm like, oh, stop. And it was actually a brother. I'm like, bro, we blend in out here. He's like, yeah, man, I love it. So we definitely blend in, and that's definitely a plus. Let me tell you, that's a major plus. We got another super chat up in here. Let me go. Shout out to my dude, Patron. Shout out to you, brother. The guy that put me on the game. Shout out to you, brother. H&L. Oh, man, let me get that right. Hold on, fellas. Give me 1 second. While we keep on flowing here. I had a camera up in a minute. But yeah, fellas, we in here. So let me go ahead and chop it up in the Facebook group. Let me see what we got going on here, fellas. The Facebook group has been steady growing. At the top, we got the announcements. I want to give a special shout out to my dude, Cardell. Me and Cardell chop it up all the time, man. We basically trying to improve everything, get BMT running efficiently for you brothers. So this is some of our new travel merch right here, bros. There you go, right there. Some of our new shirts we got. Now, I will say this. It's been a lot of going back and forth in the group, guys, about safety issues, particularly in Colombia. Brothers, saying different things. Some of the information that they're giving out is good. Some of the information is maybe a little disingenuous, in my opinion. Listen, it's a private Facebook group, fellas. It's a private Facebook group. Guys are allowed to post, what they want to post. We limited. We definitely cleaned up the group. But I don't know why, but certain guys feel away when a guy posts a beautiful woman. And, he's on a date. He said, hey, I just came to Colombia. I met this beautiful woman. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why certain guys feel a certain way. Certain guys try to send pictures back to women. We had that again this week. Some guy that we don't know who sent a picture back to a female after that guy posted some pics of him having fun. It's really corny. But this is the reason that we cleaned up the group, man, because for some odd reasons, some guys can't handle brothers having a good time and enjoying themselves. Now, I will say this. Some of you brothers, you be doing a little too much, in my opinion. You don't want to do too much too fast, especially if you're not really knowledgeable about how things work in that said country, especially in Colombia. And I see it all the time. Brothers be, kind of like wild now a little bit, which is cool, but you definitely want to be mindful of your surroundings, man. I tell brothers that all the time. You got to move a certain way in Colombia. Colombia is one of the most beautiful, nicest, dangerous countries in the world, if I can explain it like that. All right. Shout out to my guy, one of my special forces guy who said that, who actually trains the police out there. I would say, the equivalent of the SWAT team police. You have Americans that go out there and train. So we get a lot of information, man. We got some really smart and powerful brothers in this group. So I get good information all the time about the judicial system there, about how the police work there. I get information about how the other group of guys move there, if you understand what I'm saying, in quotations. So we get a lot of good information because we do have a lot of ex-military guys, a lot of special forces guys. We got a lot of entrepreneurs in the group that's been living in Medellin for quite some time. They don't post a lot, but they're in the group, and I get a lot of information from it. One guy was mentioning that, hey, guys, be careful posting different women in a group because you got the cartel looking at us. We don't want the cartel. Listen, you don't have to worry about the cartel. The cartel is not worried about tourists posting a pic of a pretty woman. There's millions of pretty women in Colombia, guys, okay? I don't know why guys be thinking like in this paranoia, like Pablo Escobar state, they go to Colombia and they, Maybe they meet a few Colombians. They're there for 3-4 days out the year, and all of a sudden they're experts on Colombia. No, it doesn't work that way, bro. Yeah, definitely got to move a certain way. But if you low key, you go out there and you have your fun. You in park areas, you go to a few nightclubs. You shouldn't have any issues. This is why I tell guys, hey man, it's good. It's good to travel with another guy if possible. It's good to link up with guys in the group. And it's good to try to catch in the group, even if you don't post that much, just to see what's going on in these other countries. Because we got information on DR, we got information on Brazil, we got information definitely in Colombia. And you want to know, information can save lives, man. And if it wasn't for this group, a lot of guys would be unaware of the things that's going on, the drugging and robbing in Colombia right now. So if you haven't already joined the private Facebook group, make sure you join. Buck Travel, what's going on? What's going on, my brother? How's everything with you? Joe Smalls in the house. What's going on, family? What's good? What's good? So, guys, like I said before, if you haven't joined the private Facebook group, man, go ahead and join the Facebook group. A lot of good information. We're at about 3,500 members, so we're getting close to about half of where we was at before the original group got taken down. That's why we're sanitizing the group right now, guys. We want to keep the group up. Even when we get the mobile app, we want to still keep the group up. That way, we can connect with different brothers that's trying to get their passports and travel the world. All right. So yeah, man. Let me go here real quick. Let me scroll up. See if I can find this post. Yeah, this is a funny post right here. This post right here was hilarious, man. Because I know this has happened to different guys. But I'm trying to find a particular post where a guy was actually speaking about Colombia. Shout out to my guy Tony Martin. He says, Medellin wasn't bad at all. A girl did try to drug my cousin, walking around with a cup, asking him, did he want a sip? I'm going to give you guys an exclusive. Yeah. I've seen that. He says a transgender in the park. Yeah, I've seen that. Yep. You definitely have her. See her. She's out there all the time. Or she's out there all the time. Definitely be careful of that, guys. So once again, as you can see, good information right here. I would say this, man. Don't accept drinks from anybody, okay? Go to the bar directly. Watch them pour your drink. Watch them open your bottles when you open bottles. Just be really careful about the drinks. Hold on, let me see here. J. Ramiro said, so are you done with Colombia and your little business there? I guess it's got to be a little business, huh, brother? Nah, man. We're still doing business in Colombia. We're still going to do group trips and everything in Colombia. Shout out to my dude, Travis Tolliver, in the building. Prodigy, I'm going to be here for a little moment, bro. I'm going to be here for a couple of months before I go back to Colombia. Shout out to my dude, Travis Tolliver. He says, look forward to the intel, bro. I will be making my return to Rio very, very soon, and I plan on staying there for a while. We'll be here, brother. We will be here. Yeah, I caught that too, Mufasa Shabazz. Hey, man, the hate is real, but it's all good. We're going to keep it moving, man. All it does is motivate. Once they learn that, they'll stop doing it. Michael Hicks, the name of the Facebook group is Blackmen Travels 2.0. Blackmen Travels 2.0. Shout out to Rodney F's Place. He says this brother has much knowledge about travel. Got my ticket to Johannesburg, South Africa for next year. I'm going to be visiting Africa, man, at the beginning of next year, I believe. I think I'm going to finish out the year in Brazil, and I'm going to go ahead and push toward Africa at the beginning of next year, man. Definitely want to touch bases with Africa. J.M. Ramiro, I'm not sure as of yet how to choose visas. I believe they do have a student visa here. You can get I met a guy who's been down here for about a year. He has a student visa to learn Portuguese. Things are kind of similar to Colombia. I think they all came up with a similar agreement for all the countries in South America. So a lot of things that are similar in Colombia, as far as the student visa, the investment visa, the rentista visa, a lot of things are similar. They just might be as far as different money. Okay, the prices might be different. But I'm going to give you that information very soon once I find out about it. Okay. Oversaturated, the block is already hot. I'm not sure if you mentioned that about Rio. Yeah, man. You definitely want to get on your Portuguese here. They don't speak that much English here at all, man. Yeah, Charles Jones, it is similar. It is similar to the European Union. It's very similar. You know, a few things I've heard about Colombia. I mean, not Colombia. I'm sorry, Brazil. As far as safety, I will say, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it $150. That at least in the Copacabana and Ipanema area, you know, around the beach area, it is very safe, pretty much 24/7 from what I can tell thus far. Okay, guys, you're not going to have any issues. I've been running 9, 10 o'clock in the morning out there, not in the morning, at night. There's people out there all night long on the boardwalk for the most part. So it's pretty safe. Even a block over in the interior, a couple of blocks over, you have police everywhere. I'm talking about like with a military style presence. They got the big machine guns, the AKs and the M16s and everything. So, you know, it's pretty safe. I will say that it is safer than Medellin. I'll be honest and say that from what I can tell thus far. It is like a little petty scams going on that you got to be careful for. The pickpocket with the cell phones, you want to be mindful of that. Guy was telling me that watch for groups of kids in like 10 to 12 packs trying to walk past you and talk to you, you know, trying to get you for your phone and run off. So you got to watch for little petty crimes like that. But other than that, man, Rio is pretty safe. We're going to do it. David, shout out to my boy David. David, we're going to do it. We're going to do a trip to Brazil soon, man, beginning of next year. Yeah, it's the same everywhere you go. Shout out to Who Grade 95. He says, be careful about pulling out your phone out in Ubers. My guy got his phone snatched. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. Definitely got to be careful with that, man. So, fellas, appreciate you touching bases. Just want to connect with the guys. I got a lot of good content, a lot of informational content coming to you guys very soon, all during the week. Also, don't forget, we got the new shirts, the new travel shirts. Travel is cheaper than therapy in the Blackmen Travels merch store as well. So check that out. And we out. Peace, fellas.
Hey, Jay, turn that up real quick.
Louis Cigars, 1927. It took us probably about 2 years to get here. But right now we feel like we have some of the best cigars on the market. You know, and if you give us a chance, you'll find out.